Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here. Welcome back to another CounterSide video. It's been a while since my last CounterSide video. I'm still playing the game. People keep asking me this on my stream all the time. I guess people are worried, eh? So yeah, let's talk a little bit about Agnes, the latest character, the counterpass character that's presented to us on C server. Yes, C server. So if you guys are playing on global, you will have, you know, a very good reference right here. So in the future, you can decide how strong Agnes is going to be. Now, if you guys are not aware, Agnes was supposedly the killer. Alright, which killer am I talking about? Kestrel Xiaolin. Not talking about the regular Xiaolin, talking about the Kestrel Xiaolin. Yes, you heard me right. The Kestrel, the rearm Xiaolin. Now, how can a freaking SSR compete with a rearm unit, right? There's no way. Kestrel Xiaolin is one of the strongest character on the planet right now. I mean, in CounterSide, of course, right? Like, if you look at a lot of other snipers, there's no way that they come even close to what Kestrel Xiaolin can do. And apparently, Agnes Abigail is going to be the one to try to dethrone her from the best sniper for the time being. Alright, so we're not counting Awaken right here. We are only looking perspective from a SSR character per se. So I'm going to try to upgrade every single skill right here to a level 5. Now, what makes Agnes extremely strong is this particular skill. Alright, so the ultimate skill, notice here it says 16 times. Alright, so Agnes is a furry unit. That means she's going to be a furry base. It's going to depend on her attack speed. Every time she attacks 16 times, she will be able to cast the ultimate. Alright, as opposed to skill haste based characters, she is a attack speed type character. So you want to go attack speed fully. You can see she only has one ultimate skill. She doesn't have a special skill. These two are passive skill apparently. Very, very interesting. So this one apparently will increase her attack speed permanently, and targets with sacrifice marks have their defense reduced by 20%. Alright, so very, very cool. She can debuff the enemy. She also have the ability, look at this, to permanently increase attack speed by 20% after she casts her ultimate. Alright, so this is actually really broken. Alright, if you think about it, you're not having an attack speed buff for like 10 seconds. You're not having an attack speed buff for 20 seconds. You're having it permanently throughout the entire battle. So the faster you can cast your ultimate skill, the better it is. And you can stack this twice, alright, up to 40%. That is just insane value. Now, in terms of gears, of course, you can go with mace gears, with attack speed. That's going to be something that's ideal. Although, you want to give her something that has crit damage as opposed to skill haste, because she doesn't scale off skill haste. Like you see this substat that I have on this mace hands that's on Awaken Syrian. This one has skill haste 11%. So it doesn't like work that well on her. But I don't really have a good attack speed gear right now. Ideally, the best in slot for her is going to be something like a T7. Something like yeah, T7 is going to be ideal for SC, right? SC gear that you get from Britra. I think T7 with a range damage substat. I mean, not substat. What's that called? Talent. Yeah, which if you have that, that's going to be the best in slot for her. But that's going to be really, really hard to obtain, right? Even crit damage substat, or I keep saying substat, talent can be also good. But ideally, something like this, crit damage, anti-ground damage, crit damage, anti-ground damage, and crit damage and anti-ground damage is going to be pretty good on her. Okay, I forgot that she cannot really crit, right? Which is something to keep in mind. So one more thing that I forgot to mention earlier is she will always, her attacks are always considered crit if the enemy has this sacrifice mark on them. So similar to Xiaolin, right? If you are able to mark the enemy, her attack are always considered crit. So crit damage stacks does her wonders. Alright, you can see at level 5 here, crit damage plus 100%. Even though her crit is 0 right here, don't be fooled by this particular number that you see. Okay, so let's show you guys an example. So this is going to be a little bit difficult. How am I supposed to showcase something like this? I guess the best way is to jump into the raids. Right now, we still have inhibitor raids. I'm going to show you guys a Kestrel Xiaolin run at 150 to make it fair. So hopefully we have some right here. Let me attack this particular one. Alright, so this particular one. So I am able to solo a 150 inhibitor easily. So I'm going to just go in right here. We're going to go with our usual setup. So make sure I have the gears. So rearm Alex right here, I need the gears on rearm Alex. So my usual gears is the HP with defense. That gives her the tankiness. So that's very important. Lin Shen as gears. Kyrian. So notice this particular one we have Kestrel Xiaolin, right? So I will show you guys the comparison later. But let me swap the gears first for everyone. So I'm going to use the same setup. So now we're going to try out with Kestrel Xiaolin first. How do we compare this? Is we're going to compare a little bit of the time. Alright, the time and the damage, I guess. I don't think it's fair to compare damage because I have a feeling Agnes is much more of a... It's going to give the team an overall more of an improvement because Agnes has decreased defense by 20%, right? So that in itself is going to be very, very helpful. Now this is going to be my usual setup. Ideally, if you have Agnes, it makes more sense for her to come out earlier. But I'm not sure how early should I set her up because, like, if you guys have read the description earlier, for her ultimate skill, the more attack speed she has, the faster she can cast her ultimate. I think 16 times, right? If I remember correctly. So the faster she can cast the ultimate, the faster she gets a 20% stack on her attack speed. And if you can do that twice, you get 40%. So therefore, it scales very, very well. The sooner she appears in the battlefield, the better it is for her. I'm guessing I want to swap her position with Kyrian right here to hopefully try to push things. But I know the boss is going to cast a very annoying spell. This one, the Incinerating the Intruders, this one does a lot of damage. That particular skill that you see from Inhibitor that it does so much damage, it's so annoying. Which is why you always need Awakened Shinja and Young Harim, both of them to give shield. It's very important. If you only have either one, either Young Harim or Awakened Shinja, like a lot of characters tend to die, like they are very squishy. So Kestrel Xiaolin is right there. I'm guessing we try the same position. Alright, we're going to try the same position. I will insert things as it is. By the way, this is an inhibitor raid boss. That means the boss is going to start unleashing the fireball that will destroy everyone at about 35 seconds mark if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I just want to jot this down and hopefully try and get a good gauge. Alright, so we are entering the 1 minute mark and looks like the damage has significantly been improved. I haven't seen the Kestrel Xiaolin out yet. Okay, so far so good. 57 seconds, 50 seconds. So that particular timer, we're going to stop right there and we're just going to have a gauge at when we were able to do what timer can the Kestrel Xiaolin run ends and what can Agnes ends. 38, I'm guessing 39. Okay, that's a close 38 to 39 seconds. 39 seconds for Kestrel Xiaolin. So let's see if Agnes can do it faster. So 39 seconds is going to be very, very important. Again, I will just screenshot the damage. But you can see right here, Kestrel Xiaolin is going to be in the top 3, right? Top 3 damage dealer. So we're going to have a look at the screenshot right here. I'm going to screenshot, paste it in pen. So that way, we have a fair comparison. So DPS is going to be the important one. So Kestrel Xiaolin, wow, Awakened Chifuyu is actually here. So now, same setup, we're going to swap in Agnes and see how much improvement of her versus Kestrel Xiaolin. Again, I want to try on 150 boss. Alright, this is a good one. Okay, so we're going to jump in here. I will take out Kestrel Xiaolin, bam, and swap in Agnes. So there's going to be a little bit of unfairness right here. Number one is my Agnes is not even 110, right? Kestrel Xiaolin is. I mean, like, Kestrel Xiaolin is... You need her to be 110 to rearm her. Like, you have no choice. And also Agnes is... What else can I talk about that's not... I think that's pretty much it, right? There's also the loyalty, which is not max. Right now I'm at loyalty 64, but it is what it is. This is my gear. Oh yeah, the gear is a bit different. Kestrel Xiaolin do have a little bit of an advantage because she has the... What do you call that? The exclusive equipment that someone like Abigail won't have yet. So let me jot it down, 39 seconds. So I'm just going to write this down. 39 seconds for this timer. And let's have a look at this particular one. This is going to be the second one. So Agnes is going to come out way later. Oh, the support might... I forgot that the support might change certain things of how we... This one have Awaken Regina as support. So there's a chance... Yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult, right? Because of the support. Yeah, it's going to be very, very hard to have a fair comparison. Unless I take out all my supports, but all my characters are literally right now on Expedition. That's going to change a few things, for sure. But hopefully, let's see. I mean, I'm just curious, right? So let's just find out. Again, take it with a grain of salt because there's a difference in supports right there. So hopefully Agnes comes out. So this one is Awaken Regina as support. I forgot who was the support earlier. Or was there any support earlier? I mean, if it's the same support, then we can call it fair. But if not, it's going to be an unfair one. Okay, Agnes almost died right there, but she survived with a few HP. Surprisingly. Actually, I don't see her anymore. Is she still on the field? Oh, she's all the way at the back. Her range is insane. She is all the way right here. This is Kyrian. She's like way further than Kyrian. I think her range is even crazier than Kestrel Xiaolin's one. But as long as she still gets the barrier, as long as she still gets the heal, that's all that matters, right? Awaken Shinja still needs to be able to barrier her in. Ooh, that's very scary. Okay, already the score is an improvement. Alright, 55 seconds as opposed to 39 seconds. So let's have a look. Wow. That is definitely an upgrade. Holy, let's have a look. Agnes at 3rd place. Alright, so let's do the comparison right here. I'm going to try to... Wait, I forgot the timer. What was it? 55 seconds, I think? Was it? But anyway, it was 50 something seconds. So this is what was happening in the second one. So hopefully we have an idea. As you can see, Agnes definitely helps the team way more. Why did Kim Sobin do more here? But Kyrian did more here, DPS. Regardless, you can see how her 20% defense reduction for the inhibitor boss helps. So you can see Kyrian is doing more compared to this Kyrian. Kim Sobin is doing more compared to this Kim Sobin. So overall, this definitely just boosts the damage of a team overall. So Agnes seems to be stronger in a team. Of course, individually, it's going to be really dependent on a lot of things. But oh my god, Agnes is actually... She is really, really strong. She impresses me. Again, the Regina support might have thrown something off for sure compared to the one earlier. So let's see if I can grab something from Mia and then we'll try to make a more fair comparison. Oh, I managed to find one. I managed to find one without a... Okay. This one. Alright. So now this is going to be a fair comparison. You guys can't call me unfair bias towards Agnes because this one there's no support. Look at this. Look at this. 150 boss. There's no support. Look at that. There's no support because the support for this branch is Awaken Chifuyu and she's included in this particular raid setup anyways. So let's have a look. Is Agnes an upgrade? Fair comparison, alright? So, Agnes is going to come out way later. Again, I'm not too sure how am I going to try to set this up. If I try to move her earlier, perhaps that's going to work. But if she can improve the timer for your overall inhibitor raid team, which is 39 seconds, right? That's a timer that we're trying to beat, 39 seconds. Because you know, like this again, like you might be asking me, okay, why do you need to improve this timer? Like what's the reason here? For me, I have no issues. I'll be able to beat the raid boss regardless. But it's more for you guys watching, depending on, you know, if you guys are free to play or maybe you guys are lacking in the gears, right? If you guys are lacking in the gears, there's a chance that you could barely solo the raid boss with Kestrel Xiaolin, and having Agnes would push you to be able to solo the raid boss at 150. Again, it's just overall a very, very useful team synergy to have, alright? Having someone that can reduce defense, having someone that scales better off your team, having your team overall just improves and does more damage overall. I don't see why you wouldn't want her. Plus, she is from a counter pass. If you are watching this in the global in the future, I think very unlikely that global is gonna change for her to be in the gacha. And if that actually happens, it can be a good thing, alright? You can pull for her. So hopefully this video can... Whew, okay, we are beating the 39 seconds for sure. I don't see how this is not going to be possible. But we are getting the... Okay, the difference here is not as high as I would thought. But it's still about... Oh, Agnes died. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Like, Agnes died at the end there. But we're still doing faster 43 seconds versus 39 seconds earlier with Kestrel Xiaolin. In case you guys are wondering, right? So 43 seconds, 39 seconds, there's a timer. Let's have a look. I wonder what happened right there. I didn't see her in the map anymore. I guess she just gets disintegrated or there wasn't enough heals going on. So maybe you gotta push her a little bit, right? The HP gotta like go up a little bit. So maybe I need to get her up to 102, 104, maybe 106. Level 100 might not cut it. But hey, that's a good important knowledge to know. But I do know that Agnes is going to be very, very, very good in the Britra raids. So once that comes in, I'll show you guys again a video of something similar. Let me know what you guys think of Agnes so far. Is she actually the Kestrel Xiaolin killer? Because I think she is. Alright, so she has been very, very impressive. So with how impressive she is, with the results that you guys saw earlier, I'm not going to hesitate. Let's go. We're going to limit fusion her. Yes, I'm someone that tends to second guess if I want to limit fusion a character, but not so much with Agnes. Alright, so that's going to be it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Subscribe, give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.